Good morning, bloggers. I apologize for the beeping, but a little bit of beeping in the morning seems to be necessary. Okay, it's Friday, September 14th, wow. And, I'm off to school, as the days usually go, off to school. And I'm wearing my Avenue Q shirt today. Do you see Avenue Q? And what have I to tell you about today? Let's see, last night I was up until 12:30 grading papers because I spent the whole day doing nothing. You know, I had this sort of moment of thinking, wanting to have a day off in the middle of the week may seem like a good idea, but if what I'm doing with that day off in the middle of the week is laying in bed, watching TV and diddling on the computer and whatever else, but primarily laying in bed. I was asleep at noon and just loafing around the apartment. By some random stroke of luck, I discovered midday that Bob Smith has a new book out. Bob Smith is this gay comedian. He's just hysterical in his writing, because I don't think I have ever seen him, and if I did see him perform, then I didn't know it was him. So, like for instance, at some point he's in the All Aboard Rosie's Our Family Cruise HBO documentary thing. I didn't even know he was on it. Now that I know that it's him, I have to watch it again, because I've only ever read his books. He has two books. Openly Bob is the first, and the second is Way to Go Smith. He also has co-authored, I think, two other books, but he's not the primary writer, so I haven't read them. But, his comedy writing is very funny, so he's written this novel. And I don't have any idea, just randomly, for some reason his name came into my mind, and so I decided to search for him to find out, what he was up to, if he was performing, maybe I could go see him somewhere kind of thing. And there I discovered that he's written this novel that just came out 3 weeks ago. So I went to 2 Barnes & Nobles yesterday. That was the activity. Neither of them had the book. However, in the process of discovering that he has a new book, I also discovered that Edmund White has a new novel out, as does David Leavitt. So, they had those, but not the Bob Smith. 2 Barnes & Nobles. Which is pretty crazy, because you would think that they'd have everything, at least when it was new, and at the very least 1 copy in the gay section. How many people are buying this book? So, and then of course Madonna's books came out yesterday, so I looked for the Madonna books as well. They didn't have those either. So then I just went home and ordered them on Amazon.com. I had a moment of wanting to buy them on Barnes & Noble because I thought I should get a new Barnes & Noble card, blah, blah, blah. I just thought, well, fuck them. If they're not going to have the books that I want, then what the heck do I care? I support them. Forget them. They'll go out of business like Tower Records did. The end of Barnes & Noble. Imagine. It's sort of ironic, because they're the only people I used to buy stuff from. But now, Amazon.com is the way to go. I also bought a video of Bye Bye Birdie, because it was only $10 as opposed to $25 for a DVD. But anyway, that's that. Yesterday, the president... I just don't even know what to say anymore. It's just revolting. I was listening to Dennis Kucinich on Air America Radio the other night, and he was saying, oh, blah, blah, we don't have the votes to stop the president, so we have to compromise, blah, blah, blah. And he said they don't have to do that. They don't need the votes. They need to just not put a bill out and be done with it. No spending bill. There just won't be one. And leave it at that. Then last night, after the president, I can't remember who was saying it. It might have been Tim Russert, somebody on CNBC, because that's what I was watching the president on. I only have about 20 seconds, so sorry. He said something along the lines of, well, they could shut down the government, but there doesn't seem to be much support to do that. fault of the next president. And then what's going to happen is whoever wins, if it's a Democrat at least, is going to end it. And then it's going to go to chaos, and then they're only going to be one term. Or quite the contrary, that the Democrat will not even get nominated because that will be the platform. They're going to cut and run. They're going to cut and run. I can't even think. It's too upsetting. I'm off to school. I'm going a little early today so I can be a little normal when I arrive and get some work done. You know, I had 60-something essays to grade, and I only have 5 left. It's very exciting. Big teaching day. Always. Fridays are always, you know, my biggest days, and they should be the slowest. I just never figured that out. Anyway, other people review, give a test. Not me! Not me. Those things happen other days. Goodbye, be well, take care.